Hey you guys, and welcome. Sorry we're not meeting uh, in person today, but I am going to be down at the Capitol, like I told you, supporting our cyber schools. So I wanted to make a quick recording that might help you with some of your assignments and things like that. All right? So last week we talked about science, sports, and then plyometrics, that type of exercise that improves power and stamina. This week, we're talking about something really exciting. We're talking about core muscle training to start us off, and then we're going to get into kickboxing. So, why core? Core, you use it for everything. Your core is your abdominal area, your lower back. It's what stabilizes you, it's what allows you to sit straight in a chair. It's what allows you to walk, to run, to play any type of activity, to, if you're throwing a baseball, um, how you turn and throw, you're using your whole core. If you're kicking a soccer ball, if you're throwing a football, you are 100% using your core for any of those things. That's where the movement comes from. It comes from your core. Um, if you think about if you've ever injured, like pulled a stomach, an abdominal muscle, or hurt a rib or hurt your lower back, you can see how debilitating it is. There's so many things you cannot do because you've hurt one of those muscles. So you use your core for absolutely everything. It's so important to keep it strong. Okay, so the benefits of core workouts are more flexibility, increases your coordination because it's where all your strength and movement comes from. It strengthens your back and it reduces back pain because that's something as you get older a lot of people have is back pain. And then it can also decrease chronic blood pressure by having a stronger core. Okay, so what makes up your core? Here we go. So your rectus abdominis are these muscles here, and they go this way. And there's some on this side too. It's not showing these over here. And then you have your transverse abdominis. So your rectus, you can see the fibers in these muscles go up and down. Transverse fibers go across. And they go over these rectus abdominis. See how they're underneath here? And so it just makes it this big, strong, supportive area. Because then you can see in the internal oblique right here how these kind of go up, the fibers do, and then these go down. These are your external obliques. So you have internal obliques, external obliques, transverse abdominis, and then these underneath it go up and down, your rectus abdominis. So you have all these different ways, and that's so you can do all different types of movements. You have muscles for that. So it's really, really important to keep these strong. And then down here you have hip flexors, you have the multifidus, and just all different types of muscles in here to keep your core strong. And then I wanted to show you a picture of the back. So it also, you see right here, erector spinae. These are your erector spinae. They run up and down along your spine, and very important, these are in keeping your lower back nice and strong. If you guys know what the exercise Supermans, do you know what they are, I wonder? I can show you next time in class. And they strengthen your lower back. Also the plank, that also strengthens those. You could Google it too on YouTube and you'd see them. Supermans and plank exercises. Okay, and they're going to strengthen your lower back, your abdominals, your core, everything. Okay, so and these are in your lesson, so you need to look at those. These are all your vocabulary words. So make sure you go into your lesson and you learn these because these are going to be on your quiz. Okay. So these are all your vocabulary words. I need you to go in and learn them. We're not going to go through them right now because you can go in and just they're all there for you. But you just saw pictures of all of them. Okay, so here's another shot of it all. Um, so like we said, and I was going to have you label them, but we won't do that. So here you go is your transverse, internal oblique, external oblique, rectus abdominis. Hip flexors are down here. And then on the back you have the erector spinae. Lots of different things to keep your core nice and strong. See, and this is showing you your obliques from the side view. They kind of wrap around from the front to the back to keep your any movement that you do side to side so you can be nice and strong. Okay, so we were going to do a quick quiz, and I'm going to give you the answers to these. These are part of your quiz in the unit, plus your vocabulary words. So core muscles can lower blood pressure, true or false? And I just said that was true. Keeping them strong can lower chronic blood pressure. Core muscle strength can increase lower back pain. No, this is false. They decrease lower back pain. So strengthening your core muscles can decrease lower back pain. So this one's false. Increased stabilization is one of the benefits, oops, spelled it wrong, of strong core muscles. True or false? That is true. Your whole body will be more stable if you have a stronger core. The muscle that wraps around your spine for stabilization is the transverse abdominis. Okay, I just showed you that. I'm going to have you guys go in and look at that one up. Okay, you got to do a little research there, a little work, so make sure you know where the transverse abdominis is. Power transfer is something that would benefit a pitcher when throwing a baseball, and this is exactly what I was just talking about. Power transfer from the core into his arm to throw that baseball. So that is true. The erector spinae and the multifidus are located around the hip flexor. Okay, that's another one I'm going to have you guys go look up. You guys got to do a little work on your own for this quiz. And now these are directly from your quiz. So make sure you know where that transverse abdominis is and what it does, and that rector spinae and multifidus, where they're located and what they do, okay? A little work you have to do, so write those down. Okay, I'm going to give you another second to write those down. And make sure you know the answers to these questions so you do well on the quiz. And I know I'm going through this really quick, but you need to make sure you go into that lesson and you read through it. Do any tutorials that they have, because they have some. You know your vocabulary words and you know where these things are located. And definitely know the answers to these questions, because they are on your quiz. Okay, next activity is kickboxing. Kickboxing is awesome. I love to do it. It's such a great activity. Maybe some of you guys don't even know what this is. So this brings together elements of boxing, martial arts, and aerobics. And you don't need much equipment, and you can learn how to do it right on the internet, right on YouTube. There's tons of videos. I'm going to give you a link to one video to watch at the end of this. So the benefits, again, of kickboxing are it increases stamina, flexibility, strength, coordination, and balance. It's so important when you're doing kickboxing that you have a strong core. Sorry. Because it's where all your movements come from. From your upper body to hit, to throw punches, from your lower body to kick and throw kicks, and to move and to balance. It's all coming, that power transfer, from your core. It improves your reflexes, quicker reflexes. It relieves stress, especially if you're using a punching bag or a big, long, heavy bag, and you're kicking something. It's better than punching your walls, that's for sure. It's a great way to relieve stress. And it burns calories. It's a physical activity, and it's a high energy physical activity. And it is so fun. God, I love it. You can do it to music. If you go and look at some videos on YouTube, you're going to see how fun and some great music, and it's kind of like it's not dancing, but you're moving to music, and it's just it's empowering. It's so much fun. Okay, so here is a link to a video. You guys can use this. You can just Google on YouTube too, and you can find a ton of great videos. And that's all I have for this session. I know it's only 10 minutes, and I covered 2 lessons, but you really need, I didn't want to take a lot of your time because I want you to go in and read through the lessons. Let's really quick actually look at your assignments. Okay, so core muscle training, your assignment for that. So this week's activity needs to be completed in 5 days. So you're going to have to do abs every day, okay? Do 3 to 5 days of them. You can do them one after another. Each day, you're going to perform the routine, and the routine is right here. They're giving it to you. You just have to go through. You can listen or read. There's just a few exercises you need to do. And then you need to answer these questions for each day, okay? Don't just answer them all. See, it says at the end of the week, turn in the after each day of performing the routine, you need to answer the following day. So you say Monday and answer the questions. Tuesday, answer the questions. I don't want to see these 3 questions just answered once. I want to know how it was each day because it might change, okay? But you need to look at these. It's 3 different exercises, and you just need to do those each day, okay? 3 to 5 days. It says 5 days, do 3 to 5 days. So that's your lab assignment for that. Then you need to take the quiz. There was in this course in this lesson, another activity. Oh, actually, there's a couple more. Sorry. So here's some more. So that's the whole routine. You got to do all of these. Sorry. There's Superman's right there. So that's for your lower back. So you lift your arm and your leg one at a time and hold it, and you'll feel it in your lower back. Okay. Then there was this as seen on TV research paper. You don't need to do that. There's not a drop box for it. I took it out. So you just need to do this core muscle routine. So it looks like there's 6 to 10 exercises you need to do. Okay? And then take the quiz. So you do not need to do this research paper. Okay, and then for your kickboxing, in your lab or in your lesson, it's got a bunch of different, I'm going backwards here in the lesson. Let me see. I think it's got a routine. Yeah, it's got this video that you can go to, or it says go search on the internet, and you can do another one. But do this video and a couple times during the week, and then after that, so they're going to teach you, and you can also look at the video that I showed you. It'll teach you some of the terms. It'll teach you. It'll be a routine for you to do, and then you can create your activity is to create your own kickboxing routine. Okay. So it tells you exactly what to do right here. Write down each move you perform and approximately how long you do it. Be creative. Mix it up. Songs usually last about 3 minutes, so make sure you use all the moves to last the entire song. And then write down the song you used and each move in the routine you created. Okay? And then submit that at the end of submit that into the Dropbox. And that's it. That and the quiz. So you have the core muscle routine and the kickboxing routine and the 2 quizzes. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys have a great week. Make sure you read through these lessons and know your vocabulary words. Okay? All right. Take care. Reach out if you need help.